the class for CMA Part 1, and this is the unit number 20. And as you know, CMA structure is really interesting. It has accounting, cost accounting, budgeting, forecasting, internal controls, and today we are going to discuss the technology and analytics. So it will be a quite interesting discussion. The unit name is System Development and Data Analytics. What does it mean and what we need to learn today? So there are two major topics. One is technology-enabled analytics and big data. So what does it mean? I will explain you shortly as they come. So let's start with the system development life cycle. Those who have already working in accounts and they're using a software called ERP. It can be made by Oracle, SAP, or anyone else. So these are a system. So they have a life cycle. Like for example, we as human beings have a life cycle. We were babies, then we grow up, and then we become young, then we become mature, and then we become old, and then we die. This is the life cycle. Same way, we have a life cycle, system development life cycle, which has 6 stages. In front of you, you can see that the planning, then analyzing. So first we need to plan that do we need a system? What is the system requirement? Forward thinking, strategic planning, we put how far the system will be useful. So these kind of things we generally analyze, plan and analyze what is we have, what we want, and then we do a design, like what kind of system we are going to develop. So there are always options, like you can have a system with a ready-made system, you can have your own system, you can customize, you can have your own development team. So this is all your company has to decide based on their situation. But once it is developed, it will be implemented. And once it is implemented, then you will start testing, using, and maintaining it. And also, if you find some bugs, some issues, and you want some changes, then there will be a replan, and then there will be analyze, design, develop, and implementation. So this will be an ongoing exercise, which is going to be very useful for the organization. It's a continuous monitoring in terms of system development life cycle. Now, what are the steps? Let me erase this before. So it has steps, as I already explained you. What are these steps? System strategy require understanding to the organization needs. So any system we want to buy, when it's Oracle, it's SAP, it's Sage, it's Tally, it's QuickBook. These systems, you need to understand that what is the size of your organization, how many people are using them, what is the reporting requirement, how many specialities you need, how deep your chart of account, and how sophisticated is the requirement in terms of system. If not too high, you can manage a small system. If it is too high, then we have to have a system like SAP, Oracle, and we have to add on some reporting tools as well. So project will be initiated. We can develop it in-house, or we can outsource the development to a nice software company. It's all depend on the circumstances. And then we will start the maintenance. So diagram is very important. I added in this lecture few diagrams which will summarize all your theoretical text that has been mentioned in your book. So what are the components? We have initiations, means it is a starting function. Then we have feasibility, where we will make a financial, technical, operational feasibility, and we will see whether this system is suitable, viable, what features it will have, and certain kind of things. And planning, I already explained you. Now, if in the analysis phase, you are going to define what are the requirements. So in every large company, we have an IT committee who is responsible for the information technology functions. They are the one who is going to supervise and lead, and they will be knowing the requirements and other stuff. System conceptual designs in terms of IT, we need a architectural that is maybe horizontal, vertical, or any latest one, and they will make some designs like logical designs, physical designs, all this will be developed. Then we will do the testings, like when there are system up and run, there are testing. First, we will see the unit testing. Then we will see all the units or modules are integrated. That is an integration test. System testing, like are the system performing well? And acceptance testing means that the user are feeling friendly with the system, and the system is really making value for them. So this will be your acceptance testing. Generally, when we do the system testings, a new system, what we do is we take the existing system, it's up and run, it's going, we make a copy and we start making changes in them. So parallel, we run two systems and we tested this system. And when we see the system is perfectly okay, then we will make it a new system. No one do a direct changeover of the system, but it depends. Sometimes we are using an old system which is obsolete and we have to use a new system. So we take the opening balances from closing balances as opening balance for the new system, and then we start the system onwards. So that's the logic behind immediate shutdown. There are old systems which cannot be parallel runs. It's better to close them and have a new system. I did a couple of times as a CFO. I did a couple of times, and I remain group CFO also. So I run different systems in different companies. It's not like you have one system and you will deploy all in your companies. No, that's not a viable option, because some companies are small where you don't need a big software. So you need to see the size of the company, number of employees, users, then they will determine that where exactly you are standing. So that's very, very important. Now moving forward, program change controls. So if you want to change the controls, first of all, you have to go to the IT committee. IT committee is the one who is chaired by the IT professional directors, chief IT officers. They are going to tell you that this change is required or not. So once they approve it, they will do the same as I already explained you. They will allow IT technical guys to make a copy of this database or the system, and then parallel run it, make the changes, and then compare the changes, see the effect, get the user feedback. And once everything is fine, then they can move to the next system. So we have end user versus centralized computing. So very logical. End user means that I'm an end user, you are an end user. So we are doing systems based on the end users. But there are centralized computings where everything goes to a center, which is called server. And this server is going to actually determine that what command is need to be carried forward. So that is the logical part of this central computing. In large organization where there is a threat of hacking and other issues, there we make these kind of centralized, so we can preserve the system from the unwanted hacking. Business process analysis is very important because the system should help business to grow. So business, what is business? Business is sale, purchase, inventory, cash flows, working capital, liabilities, equities, these all are part of the business. So we have to see that what is our existing system, what is the system need, what is the new features required in the software, can we modify the existing software, or we need to buy a new software. These all comes into your business process analysis. Now, design and so we can't, one person cannot make a system in the company, because company is huge, they have departments, and departments are different, so they have different requirements. For example, finance need cash flow, production need production reports, BOM details, quantity schedules, quality department need different, legal department need different, accounts payable different, accounts receivable. So these are all stakeholders. So we have to bring these stakeholders on a table and discuss with them, negotiate with them different kind of systems, that different kind of requirements, that, and these requirements will be pulled up. It will present to the IT committee. IT committee is going to approve it. Once they approve, then the system will start. Very recently, we have advanced technology called robotic technology, and Google and Facebook and Microsoft, they are doing their best to automate the system by using robots. Robots are artificial human beings. They try to predict, think like human beings. They are more reliable in terms of accuracy because they are computers, man-made, and they work 24 hours. They don't go on the leave. So the robotics are getting popular, and there are a lot of type of robots which goes hand to hand. So robots can do your work without taking off, eliminates the human errors, and they look initially investment, but they are they prove to be very cost effective.